Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. So, um, I got a little bit of time on my hands. So I just been chillaxing a little bit. I know you guys ain't seen much content from me the past few days. Just I'm just chilling. Sometimes just like with everybody, you just kind of want to take a little bit of a breather. You know, you even get a little bit tired, and you need to just come back. Where you just take a breather, and then you come back. So I decided to put out a lot of different content. So based off what then transpired the last few weeks in behind Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, and the drumming that Terrence Crawford gave Errol Spence, and then you still have the Errol Spence fun boys still continuing to make excuses instead of giving Terrence Crawford his props. They're just coming up with a new excuse and a new conspiracy theory every day. So at the end of the day, as long as you guys exist, you guys are just going to give me material. At the end of the day, like I said, I don't believe in saying people's names because I don't want to give anybody any free advertisement. But, I'll make it understandable, or I'll make it transparent enough to where you can, at least if you don't know who I'm talking about, have an idea of who I'm talking about. And I'm not going to answer, even in the comment section, who you think I may be talking about. You could say or guess who you think I'm talking about, and that's fine. But I'll make it, transparent enough to where you can have an idea of who I'm talking about, because I feel like this. Some of these dudes, you just have to just just question their mental psyche, because you just wonder, like, man, some of these dudes need to see a therapist for real. And I meant every word when I said I'm thinking about starting a GoFundMe to get some of these destitute content creators maybe some psychological help, or at least the evaluation, or at least get them a couple of sessions. I'm looking at the numbers right now, and I am really seriously thinking about doing that. If I raise around 200 racks, I will donate every penny to find the best therapist out there. So, and that's real talk. I won't keep a cent of the money. So you guys won't catch me tied up to any kind of scandal. You won't hear YouTuber raises money and keeps the money for himself. I'm going to hand over the entire proceeds. But nevertheless, I got a chance to look at the Canelo's interview on the Breakfast Club. Very insightful of Canelo Alvarez. I will give Canelo credit for how he's improved on his English. His English has gotten better and better. It still ain't A1, but I'll say on a scale of 1 to 10, it's around a 6, approaching a 7. I think probably in the next couple of years it'll be even better, and I'm glad Canelo has learned to speak English. I think it's going to help him in the long run, and I think that's going to help transitioning him to more of a mainstream, more mainstream appeal for him. Because I think when Canelo's career is over, I could see Canelo doing TV and film and that kind of stuff. He has the persona for it. Nevertheless, but let's get to the thick of things. I digress a little bit, but anyway, I was listening to his interview on the Breakfast Club, so I'm gonna do a bunch of videos on some of the segments that he talked about. He covered a lot of ground on that interview. I think it was around 30 minutes. But one of the particular subjects that I did pay close attention to, like I said, I'm going to break these down. No need to do one long 15-minute video. I'm going to do segments. But he talked about his experience with Golden Boy. And he basically said that he highly recommends against anybody signing with Golden Boy. He said basically Oscar has a lot of personal issues that he's fighting, and he's been fighting a while from, the drug use, which Oscar admitted to, and then some of his extracurricular activities outside of boxing. Keep in mind, he was on the Breakfast Club maybe about a month ago, and he tried to front and say that those pictures were photoshopped, and Charlemagne basically cut him off and made him admit it was him. He was like, come on, Oscar, damn well that was you in those pictures. But, the Oscar's just had a lot of issues just over the years. Just, Oscar went through some traumatic and dramatic experience when he was young. He said that he was violated. He said it. Okay. He said it, not me. Okay. And then it's just other things. We know about his documented substance abuse issues where he had to go to rehab when Canelo fought Floyd Mayweather, and basically he took a one-sided drumming from Floyd Mayweather, and then the situation recently with Ryan Garcia, and then the issue with Canelo basically leaving Golden Boy and becoming a promotional free agent, which I think has worked out well for Canelo because Canelo is controlling his own destiny. He gets to make the decisions. He gets to tell people who he wants to fight, not vice versa. So you got to give Canelo credit for being a boss. And Canelo just basically said, Oscar just has a lot of issues, and he says he's just not honest about a lot of different things. Now, we all kind of suspect what he was trying to insinuate about Oscar De La Hoya. Listen, I'll leave that alone. That's Oscar's choice. And if Oscar wants to express something to people, and we're not asking him to, that's his decision. I'm not forcing him to do it, and I'm not asking him to do it. But you kind of suspect what Canelo was trying to insinuate about Oscar, and beyond him not being an honest person. He just says he's just fighting a lot of issues that basically put him in a position not to be able to handle Canelo's career as far as Canelo thought his career should be handled, which led to Canelo basically parting ways with Golden Boy a few years ago. I think it's been a while now. It's been a while since he left Golden Boy. But nevertheless, I found it very interesting what he had to say about Oscar De La Hoya. So, as far as Oscar goes, like I said, Oscar, he just gonna have to fix some things that's just going on with him. Everybody have personal issues that they're fighting. We all have it. I'm not the perfect person. I've had issues with certain people, certain things and stuff. So I mean, nobody's perfect, but I do try to become the best person on a daily basis. I wake up in the morning forgetting about what happened yesterday. I basically live my life on a day-to-day basis. So that's all I have to say about that. But yeah, it was very interesting to hear Canelo say that about Oscar. But anyway, this is your boy Town Bid. I'm out.